In this video, you are going to learn how to be your own webmaster. And no, it's not a 30-hour video. It's going to be a very short video because this is very easy to do. And by webmaster, what we mean is having complete control over your own website with the ability to change files and pages and control it however you like. Upload new templates, change the links, whatever you want to do to it so that you are in complete control. And the way to do that is with a fantastic free piece of software called FileZilla. And the best way to find that is to either go to this address, filezilla-project.org, or just go to Google and type FileZilla. It's kind of like Godzilla, but it's FileZilla. So once you search for that at Google, the first thing that should come up, or one of the first, is the link to, it says Open Source GNU. And this is a great place. GNU, this project, is a great place to get free software, really good, powerful free software. A lot of it's available at sourceforge.net, which you'll see down here also. But for this video, we're interested in FileZilla. So here it is. We'll click on this link, and what you want is the FileZilla client, not the server. The server would be if you are going to allow people to download files from your own machine, and so that you are serving the FTP software on your machine. But you want the client, and that means you are going to connect to an FTP server, most likely at your hosting company, to upload and download files from there. So you want the client, and you just follow the links here. If you click on here, you'll see there's a Windows setup file, or Linux, or Macintosh. So a lot of you will be on Windows, so you can use this file right here, or possibly Macintosh, and you'll have to extract a few things here also. So this is where you get FileZilla, and simply download that and install it. And we'll come back in just a second and give you a little tour of FileZilla and how to be your own webmaster. Alright, here we are in FileZilla. This is the Windows version of FileZilla. And the way you transfer files to and from your own website is you need to set up a connection to your hosting account. And most likely when you first set up your hosting account, or if you set up a new website there, new domain, then you should have received some sort of email from your hosting company giving you the information you need to connect to FTP. It's called Files to and from your site. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol, and it's been around forever, since the beginning of the internet. It's a way to transfer files directly through the internet without going through web browsers, although you can if you like. But anyway, what we need to do is connect to your server where your website is either being hosted or will be hosted. And you can either type the host name in here, the address of the server, and your username and password, and sometimes they give you a port also. For now, don't worry about that. Or you can create a connection here that's more permanent and is saved in a list of connections. This is the site manager up here I clicked on. I already have a website set up to do this demo, but I'll show you how to set up a new site. So in Site Manager, I've created a couple folders here just to group my sites together. But if I click on New Site, I'll need some information that I put over here. So the host will probably be just your domain name. So, mydomain.com or whatever it may be. And server type, you probably want FTP, File Transfer Protocol. And login, you're probably going to want normal. And then you'll have to enter in your own username and password here to log in. And again, that's something you probably set when you set up your hosting account, or they provide it to you when they set it up for you. So you enter that information in here, and then you click OK, and that will save that in FileZilla as a permanent connection to that server. So I've already got one set up here, so I'm going to connect to that in just a minute. But let me show you the rest of FileZilla here. What you're looking at are basically two sides of or two different sites at the moment. So your remote site, your website is going to be over here, and your local machine, your own computer, for example, on our C drive here, is going to be over here. So this is a very clean way to show you that files are transferring from one direction to the other. And it's just like Windows Explorer on Microsoft Windows. You can copy or just drag files from one side to the other. So you can copy files from your computer to the website, or from the website down to your computer if you want to back up files, or if something changed over here for whatever reason you like. But first, to see your website, we need to connect to it. So using this connection that we set up already, if I click this down arrow here and I look, and I'll just click on my site that I've already got the login information set up, and it goes through and it connects. That was actually very quick. And the thing you want to look for over here, I hit the plus sign to expand the directory. Your website itself is 99% of the time going to be under a directory called public_HTML or something like that. And when you first start, there may be some default files in here like an index.html or default.html. I've emptied this out for the purposes of this video to show you how it works. And over here, I'm in my C test directory on my own computer. And what I downloaded was just a free HTML template to show you how FileZilla works. And you'll usually, with an HTML template that you receive, you'll usually have some files that look like this, probably a directory with images in it, the graphics for your website, a CSS or cascading style sheet file that defines the style and the fonts and different things, and then an HTML file. Now, when people go to your site without typing any page name in, or HTML or PHP or whatever, if they just go right to your site, mysite.com, your site is going to look for something called either index.html or default.html, and sometimes index.php it might also look for. So index.html is probably the best thing for you to include and to make sure that is on your site, because that is the default page that the server is going to pick up and display to visitors to your site if they don't type in a page name. So in this template, I've unzipped, I got a zip file from this template directory where I downloaded this, and the files that were in there were this images directory. I can double click over here and there's a few images. I can go back up here, that's what these two dots are, and there's a cascading style sheet and the index file. So I want to put these on my website, which is over on this side of the screen. I'm in the public HTML folder, which is what's called the root of our website. That's the top level. So I can do this a couple different ways. If I double click here on this file with my left mouse button, it will automatically transfer it over there. I can also just drag the file over here like this, and I'll do that with the directory too. And I can do that with multiple files at once, so I could have just selected all these and then dragged them over there like that. Alright, so now over in my public HTML folder I have this website template. So why don't we go take a look and just see if it made it over there. Alright, so here we are back over at our web browser. This is where we downloaded FileZilla, and I'm just going to go to the address bar and type in our domain name that we registered before and that we pointed to our server, and now using FileZilla we uploaded the HTML template to it. So if I just go there, voila, there's the template that I downloaded, and it just has some Latin gibberish in here mostly, but it seemed to work. Now if I did not have that file there, or those files up, you would just see a page that says page not found or error from the hosting company or something like that. So this verifies that the page was there, and you can edit the file on your computer, change text or whatever you want to do, and just re-upload the file as often as you like, and then you have a website. So that's really all there is to it. That's how to be your own webmaster. FileZilla is what you need. It's a terrific free program, and then you just copy files as you like to and from your own hosting server. So I hope that helps, and best of luck with your web mastering.